Hello, it's Melissa, and I am here to read aloud to you. My book today is called The Library, which shouldn't be too surprising considering I'm a librarian, and I am from the Cook Library in Libertyville, and this is our daily read aloud where we read a book, share a book with you. So, as I said today, my book is The Library. It's by Sarah Stewart, and the pictures are by David Small. And I think we won't be too surprised to see that this is a book about a library, but let's find out more about it. Here, look at this picture. There's a lady, she's got an umbrella over her head because it's raining, and she's reading while walking in the rain. That is not something I have ever done. Let's find out who this lady is. Elizabeth Brown entered the world dropping straight down from the sky. Elizabeth Brown entered the world skinny, nearsighted, and shy. Look at that picture. She fell right out of the sky into the sheets. I think that is pretend, but it's kind of funny. She didn't like to play with dolls. She didn't like to skate. She learned to read quite early at a most incredible rate. She always took a book to bed, and with a flashlight under the sheet, she'd make a tent of her covers and read herself to sleep. Have you ever done that? Have you ever made a tent of your covers with a flashlight and read a book? It's kind of fun. You might try it. Elizabeth Brown went off to school dragging a steamer trunk. Elizabeth Brown unpacked her books, breaking the upper bunk. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's a good thing nobody was under there. That would have been quite an accident waiting to happen, I think. Let's see what happens next with Elizabeth Brown at school. Oh, my page is stuck. There we go. She sat in all her classes and doodled on a pad, adrift in dreams of entering a reader's Olympiad. That'd be kind of fun to have an Olympics for readers. I think that would be my favorite sport. She manufactured library cards and checked out books to friends, and she shocked them with her midnight raids to collect her books again. Look at that. She's knocking right on the door saying, "Where are my books?" I am glad that we do not do midnight raids to get the books back to our library, because that means you come visit us, which we really like. Elizabeth Brown preferred a book to going on a date. While friends went out and danced till dawn, she stayed up reading late. So that was her idea of fun. Different people have different ideas of fun. That's what makes the world interesting, I think. She took a train one afternoon and promptly lost her way. So she bought a house and settled down to tutoring for pay. Look at that. She liked where Elizabeth Brown walked into town looking for only one thing. She didn't want potato chips. She didn't want new clothes. She went straight to the bookstore and said, "I'll have one of those." She knew exactly what she wanted. She wanted a new book. Elizabeth Brown went right back home and read and read and read. She even read while exercising, standing on her head. Look at that. That is pretty silly. I have read in some unusual places, but never standing on my head. She made a list of groceries and tucked it in her book, and lost the list among the fruits and left with nothing to cook. She read about Greek goddesses while vacuuming the floor. Attending only to her book, she walked right into the door. Probably not a good idea to read while walking. I should learn that lesson. Books were piled on top of chairs and spread across the floor. Her shelves began to fall apart as she read more and more. Big books made very solid stacks on which teacups could rest. Small books became the building blocks for busy little guests. You know, I wonder if she is getting too many books. What do you think? I think there really is such a thing, and I think that's, oh my goodness, what this is. When volumes climbed the parlor walls and blocked the big front door, she had to face the awful fact she could not have one more. That was quite enough. She needed to do something. So here's what she did. Elizabeth Brown walked into town that very afternoon. Elizabeth Brown walked into town singing a happy tune. She didn't want a bicycle. She didn't want silk bows. She went straight to the courthouse and said, "I'll have one of those." The form was for donations. She quickly wrote this line: "I, E. Brown, give to the town everything that was ever mine." So let's think about it. Elizabeth Brown gave to the town everything that was hers. Now we know she had a lot of books, and we know she had a house. So I wonder what the town did with those things. Let's look. Look at that. It says Elizabeth Brown Free Library. They took her house and they took her books and they turned it all into a library. Now here's something interesting. If you've ever been to the Cook Library in Libertyville, you know right in front there's that big white house. And that house used to belong to a man named Ansel Cook. And about 100 years ago, Mr. Ansel Cook went to the town of Libertyville and said, "You may have my house if you turn it into a library." So they turned it into a library. And that was the Cook Library for many, many years. In fact, when I was little, when I was your age, that's where we went to the library, in that house. But now we have our nice big building, which is also very nice and I like very much. But this was Elizabeth Brown's library. See, they took her books and they turned it into a library. Elizabeth Brown moved in with a friend and lived to a ripe old age. They walked to the library day after day and turned page after page after page. And there she is with her cat asleep on the book. So that was The Library by Sarah Stewart. And I really liked that book because it made me think a lot about the library. And you know, we are missing very much seeing all of you and having you come into the library and going to our library every day. And as I was thinking, I thought about a song and I came up with a library song. And it goes, you know the song, "The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell." Well, we're not going to sing that song, but we're going to sing a song that sounds like it. And I'll hold up the words. So maybe you can play this back and sing along with me another time. Let me do this. There's a place for you and me. There's a place for you and me. There's one in nearly every town. It's called the library. We have books for everyone. We have books for everyone. Read them fast or read them slow. There's more when you are done. There are lots of things to do. There are lots of things to do. With programs and activities, there's something just for you. We will open once again. We will open once again. And we'll greet you with a smile and say, "Welcome back, my friend." So I can't wait until we are able to see you in person at the library. But in the meantime, thank you so much for being here with me today. And I hope you come back another day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3, or now Tuesday night at 6:30, we have our bedtime story time. And we have a special storytelling event on Thursdays at 6. So really, there's something pretty much every day for you. So I hope you will come and visit us one day soon. And until then, I say thank you and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.